the home of the Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Take a look at the Cavaliers.
And really no surprise here, guys, at all to find them among the elite teams in their conference. And moreover, I'd say this is a team with a legitimate chance to win it all.
I'm with you there. That's a safe bet. I mean, they've played angry this year with an edge, really pounding down and beating up on people. As long as they save some of that fire and fight for the postseason, they're going to be a scary team to face.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Irving in the point guard position. Now, here's Ariza after LeBron James's miss. Throws it up high.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one. And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Here's LeBron. Following the basket by Dwight Howard. Here's Love. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Bad time for these defenders to be standing around watching. Not while the ball's in his hand.
Here's Harden. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Irving attacking. And here's Love for three. Another miss by Love.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Smith for three. The Rockets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And the rejection by James. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And Beverly kicks to Smith. And stolen by James. And it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for the Rockets. Andrew Godlock comes in for James Harden. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for J.R. Smith. And stolen by Ariza. Over to the left wing. And Beverly gets to Ariza. Offline with his three.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
Here's Godlock. Here's Smith. LeBron with the block. And Irving with the basket on the assist from Dellavedova. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Monty Eunice is checked in for Smith. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's McDaniels in for Patrick Beverly.
Over the last 10 games, as we look at the Rockets, this is how they compare to the rest of the league. Third in blocks, fourth in fast break points. And they're right there, I mean, among the top 5 teams in second chance points. Doing a really good job of offensive rebounding and then being able to score the ball when they get that second chance.
And talking about the shot blocking ability, you love that mentality. No shot goes unchallenged around the rim. They make sure of that. You have to earn everything you get on the inside.
LeBron with the block. Ball's knocked loose. Fry passes to Shumpert. The screen from Thompson. James misses.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Pass to Matajunas. There's the bucket. Good.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
James right side. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. First trip to the line for him here. Free throw good, LeBron. Both shots good from the stripe. One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
Patrick Beverly out there with Corey Brewer. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Beasley, and it's Howard in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Shumpert. Michael Beasley picking up that last basket. Shumpert. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
And really the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Cleveland moving it around. 5 to shoot. Here's Shumpert. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Ariza. Oh, that's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. James Harden, he's checked in for Houston. Cleveland also making some changes. Love comes in for Channing Frye. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Irving dishes to Shumpert. Soft touch off the glass. Shumpert's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for Cleveland?
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Feeds it to Smith. It's deflected. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. With this break in the action, here's a look at the teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. Fifth best, the Rockets.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the Rockets making a change here. Gaudlock is checked in. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. LeBron comes in for Shumpert. Here's Smith. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. For the finish. And Harden with the stuff.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
So it's the Rockets now, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And he gets the bucket.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Harden against Smith. Ariza, right side. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. The Rockets have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. He's off on the first. Houston making some changes. Moniunas comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's McDaniels in for James Harden. Here's Irving. He's got 9. 1:30 left to play here in the half. Rockets trail. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. You look at Golden State. And checking out Houston. Tied right now. Houston shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Smith kicks to McDaniels. Gaudlock passes to Smith. Kicks it out to Ariza. A 3-ball. The shot is off. Good D by Thompson. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to Atlanta. Shot's good. Smith's got 5 now.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Irving, good.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
And it's sent back by Irving. And here's the break. Stolen by McDaniels. Here's Moniunas. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Outside Irving. It could go. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Cavaliers lead by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And really, all of a sudden, he's becoming their best distributor, doing a great job of orchestrating their offense.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays, and I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it, to his credit.
On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And here's Harden after J.R. Smith getting his 3 to go. To end the run. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
You know, and John Stockton, the only player to have cracked the 3,000 barrier in terms of career steals. You ask the fans about Stockton, and it's his passing they'll remember. But if you ask the players he's played up against, they'll tell you it's his defense that was just as sharp.
And it's Beverly missing.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Moving it up. And the rejection by Love. LeBron kicks to Shumpert. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Corey Brewer's checked in for Josh Smith. Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Now, here's Brewer. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down to 8 on the bucket from Beverly.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Frye. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Looking at the Cavaliers over the last 10 and how they compare to the rest of the league, this is what we've got. 5th in assists, 7th in scoring, and they're in the top 10 in rebound. This is a team that does a good job getting on the glass.
And let's go back to their place in terms of the assists. Cracking into the top 5 for me is an illustration of the cohesiveness with which they play offensively. No doubt this team's on the same page.
Now a timeout called by Houston. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate. With some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Monty Eunice is checked in for Howard. McDaniels comes in for James Harden. And it's Andrew Goudlock in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Goudlock. Goes back up. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Brewer. And that one is stuffed right through.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket for Monty Eunice.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Dellavedova kicks to Mozgov. And rebounded by McDaniels.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
No good from Beasley.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
The drive by James.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark now's the time.
Look at that.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Monty Eunice. Riza comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Harden in for Andrew Godlock. And he gets it to go.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Howard drives in, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you've come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Here's McDaniels.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back right after this. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. The Rockets trail. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Howard is out there with Beasley. And it's Ariza in the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Here's Love. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Here's Howard. And it's Ariza in the corner. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Irving dishes to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Love. Irving can't get it to go. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Harden's shot is off. And so here's Cleveland. Thompson passes to Smith. On the wing, Irving. Back to Smith. Takes the 3. They grab their own miss. And Thompson kicks to Love. Smith for 3. Smith missing again. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Love. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one is on Ariza.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
First one falls for him. Josh Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. And Cleveland with a change here, too. James is checked in. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Osgood's checked in. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. That drops. Harden's got the lead up to 3 now for the Rockets.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
Back to LeBron. From deep. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got 4 assists in the game.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Harden. Kept alive by Houston. Ariza goes in. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas. Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime? Much more effective here in the second half.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for the Rockets Power Dancers.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He told them, this is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it. Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Thank you, Doris. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Brewer, good. And the Rockets lead by 2. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. So Smith will go to the line. J.R. Smith picks one up. Again, the miss by Smith.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Here's look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against Los Angeles.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
14 feet away. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Cadillac dishes to McDaniels. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
So for the Rockets, Howard's checked in for Monty Eunice. Harden comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Gaudlack. Now a timeout called by Houston. They lead by 1. 29 seconds left in the fourth. Houston making some changes. Monty Eunice is checked in for Howard. And it's Beasley in for Smith. On a switch here also for Cleveland. Shumpert is checked in for Kevin Love.
That is delivering in the clutch. Just one more stop is all they need.
Beverly against Irving. In the corner, it's James. Count it!
You can see right now he's got a little swagger in his step. Looks like he's going to try and take this thing over.
Yeah, he's starting to percolate a little bit, and that spells trouble for the defense. They've got to be careful here.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're losing by 1. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden the pass to Howard. Dishes to Beverly. It's in!
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're behind by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
And so they foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Timeout called Cleveland. Guys, your thoughts?
They need a quick 3 here. It's a tough shot. The odds are against them, but anything's possible.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. We were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama.